So good. Good morning from Glacier National Park. It is such an incredible morning here. It's nice and cool. There's birds singing everywhere. The squirrels are chirping, and it just feels so calm and peaceful here. Today I don't have a lot of plans, which is unusual for me on a trip, especially visiting a national park. But I did drive 14 hours to get here yesterday, so I wanted to take like a kind of mellow day to ease into my experience here. It's so buggy out right now. I have like 1,000 mosquito bites. I wanted to check out like the northwest side of Glacier, and then maybe tomorrow head in and do some hikes like on the going to the Sun Road and explore a little bit more inside the national park. I'll be with my one sister today, Olivia. She's my youngest sister. She's the one that is here working at Glacier National Park for the summer. I didn't really film too much last night because me and Olivia just hung out at the picnic table that's here at my campsite, and we just talked for hours. I will try to capture a lot more today because there is so much to do here and I can't wait to show you. But first, I'm gonna sip on this latte that I made myself. Latte. There are tons of little squirrels. I don't know if you can see them behind me, but they're very curious about my food, so I'm keeping that confined. I was trying to see if there's any Glacier National Park things on here, but I don't believe there is. And there's mosquitoes swarming my camera. Real quick, I'm going to take my Magic Mind mental performance shot. Today is day 8 of taking this Magic Mind shot, and I have noticed so many different benefits from this shot. Typically when I'm at home, I will take it in the morning, and it gives me like a little boost of mental clarity, especially in the morning when I'm like a little bit groggy. I have been taking it alongside with my coffee. So it's not replacing my caffeine, but it's been like a really great addition to my morning routine, giving me a little bit more than my caffeine normally does. So not only have I experienced just great mental clarity, productivity, and getting into my flow state a lot easier, I've also noticed a reduction in stress. And stress is something that I have like on a daily basis. So I've noticed that I'm able to still get a lot accomplished, but not feel this like overwhelming like stress and anxiety. It's like if someone took a stereo that was turned up really loud and has just turned back that dial a few notches. That's kind of how it feels for me taking the Magic Mind. I would say that the mood enhancement has also been a good benefit too. I feel like my mood is a lot more stable and mellow. So I did take this on my way to Glacier yesterday, and I was curious kind of how that would go and what I would experience with that. And yes, I was tired because I woke up at 3 a.m., but I was still very mentally clear, which I did not really expect. I wasn't sure if this could combat fatigue like that. Magic Mind is a matcha-based mental performance shot, and it has adaptogenics, it has nootropics in it, vitamins B, C, and D, it has lion's mane, things like that that you have probably heard of before. To me, it seems like they've taken the like perfect amount of each of these, combined them together, and put them in one little shot. While I'm hiking, especially in bear country, I want to make sure that I'm alert and aware and focused, and I can, react as I need to. Also just in a good mood and stress-free. So I'm gonna take my Magic Mind. Alright, so this is where I stayed last night. Fish Creek Campground. I'm at the Apgar Village, and the going to the Sun Road, this whole situation here, which is like where most of the hikes are, is reservation based only right now. So we didn't get a reservation today on purpose. So I'm thinking we will just kind of explore this area, maybe even swim in Lake McDonald, and just do stuff on this side of the park that doesn't require that entrance. But yeah, we've got a very smoky morning here. It's so weird. It feels like there's a filter on everything. Kind of bizarre, but also kind of cool. I am about to meet up with my sister, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do today. Apgar Village sits on the west end of Lake McDonald. There are only about a dozen buildings here, consisting of a gear rental shop, a hotel, a motel, gift shops, houses and dorms where seasonal workers stay, and one single restaurant. Before I met up with my sister, I wanted to explore the village. I walked through the gift shops and down the shoreline of Lake McDonald. It was so smoky, I could barely see the mountains on the other side of the lake. My sister and I decided on the Apgar Lookout hike today, one of several hikes we could access without a reservation for the Going to the Sun Road. The 7-mile out-and-back Apgar Lookout Trail starts in a dense forest on the valley floor. It begins with a gentle climb that's lined with beautiful wildflowers of all colors. Then about 3/4 of a mile in, you start to ascend, gaining 1,700 feet in 2.5 miles. This national park is home to over 600 black bears and 300 grizzlies. Glacier is more populated with grizzlies than any other national park in the lower 48. Because of all the bear activity in this area, there were many precautions that I took while I was visiting. I hiked with bear spray, something that this national park highly recommends. I attached it to the front of my backpack, ready to use as needed. If you ever hike in bear country, be sure to keep your bear spray somewhere you can easily access it. Never put bear spray inside of your backpack. He's eating the flowers. Cute. He's skinny. That's what I'm saying. Hi, buddy. Yeah, look at his nose. Why are you adorable? This trail is not technical, but it does seem to cover quite a bit of vertical in a short distance. Normally, this type of elevation gain wouldn't be such a big deal. However, as we started to ascend, we became very exposed to the sun. Temperatures were easily in the 90s and humidity was high. These circumstances made this hike into a struggle. As we climbed, we dreamed of the potential shade that we might get to experience at the top. We yearned for the coolness of the lakes and the rivers below, lingering in every bit of shade we could find, and nearly shouted for joy when a light breeze blew against our hot, sun-touched skin. Wind. It's like a breeze, not wind. Experiencing this national park with this high of temperatures finally made me understand why nearly all the glaciers that once lived on these mountaintops are gone. Why is it so hot and humid? With the weather this warm, there's just no possible way for the glaciers to survive the hot summers here. These little shrubs just aren't giving us the shade we want. In fact, scientists now predict that in 2030, the largest of all the glaciers in this national park could completely disappear.
smoky. So smoky.
We ran into another hiker as we got closer to the top. We must have looked worn out. He encouraged us that we were almost there. That was all we needed to hear to power on to the lookout. To our surprise, there was an actual fire tower at the top.
How cool. Sweet shade. Oh my gosh.
Not only did the fire tower provide incredible views, but it also gave us a much needed break from the sun.
Be able to see some of it. Those mountains back there look incredible, you just can't really see them.
We sat at the top for hours, talking, snacking, and indulging in water. Somehow during that time we sat there as the only people experiencing this lookout, the smoke in the air thinned, and we were able to get a clearer view of the jagged mountains in the distance.
So beautiful. Smoke's finally clearing out.
After resting and snacking at the lookout, we were finally cool enough and fueled enough to make the exposed hike back to the car. Walking down the trail felt so much better than trudging up it, though the sun was still hot and the air very humid. Eventually, we got to the car and enjoyed the modern luxury of air conditioning. After our hike, we headed back to the Apgar Village. We made some quick sandwiches, changed, and headed for the lake. Swimming in Lake McDonald was an incredible way for us to cool off from the afternoon heat.
Oh my goodness. What a day it's been already. It's like 5 o'clock right now, maybe a little bit later. And I just got back to my campsite and cleaned up a little bit. My sister and I hiked to Apgar Lookout, which was incredible. And we sat at the top for like at least 2 hours. It was so nice. And then we went and swam in McDonald Lake. And that was literally the perfect way to finish up our hike because it was nice and cold and we jumped off the dock and it was just a lot of fun. I'm back at my campsite now. I am going to just rest. I feel exhausted right now. So I'm going to rest and I'm going to start offloading all of my stuff from this trip so far because I'm really hoping to get a video out Saturday. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it might go out next week. So I'm gonna just embrace and enjoy my time here and not stress about making sure a video comes out on time because you will see all of this stuff. It just might take a little while for me to edit all of it. This place is just magical, you guys. There's still like a really serious smokiness to the air, but hopefully that clears out very, very soon. Sometimes it just is what it is, so hopefully it's clear, but it might not be. So I'm going to yeah, set up my little makeshift desk. It's just my food bin with my laptop on top, and start offloading some of my videos. Oh my gosh. I just went on a journey real quick. I'm back at my campsite now, but I just went to the Apgar Village to try to find Wi-Fi to get a reservation for the Going to the Sun Road for tomorrow. And I could not find a single spot with Wi-Fi at Apgar Village. Someone said to go to the visitor center. I ended up just calling Brock, and he was able to create the reservation online on his end, which was so nice. I'm so grateful. What a mess. But I'm back at my campsite now. I am just going to get all my stuff out and ready for dinner. Olivia's coming back over for dinner tonight, and we're gonna try to build a fire. Relaxed and recovered from the exertion of the hike earlier, my sister and I made a fire and roasted chicken sausages on it. We spent the evening laughing and talking while being eaten alive by mosquitoes, yet again. I got so fed up with the non-stop swarms of mosquitoes that I called it an early night and retreated to my car. I used my headlamp to read for an hour or so, and when my eyelids were too heavy to keep open any longer, I drifted off to sleep. If you want to check out Magic Mind to have better mental performance, lower stress, and a better mood on a daily basis, click the link in the description below. You can also use discount code TRAIL20 to get 48% off of your first 10 days of Magic Mind. Thanks for watching this incredible day in Glacier National Park. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and remember to subscribe to the channel to join me next week for another adventure-packed day in Glacier. I'll see you then. Bye.